Please remain standing for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Welcome everyone to this special day of celebration. My name is Brooke Winborn. My fellow graduates and I are beyond happy to share this special moment with you. South Johnston will forever be a home in our hearts. The memories we made, the laughs we shared, the challenges we overcome, and the lessons we learned have shaped us into who we are today. We've learned so much. For example, how to calculate exactly how late we could leave and still make it to class on time. When we look back over these past 4 years, I hope we see the love that surrounded us every day. Our friends, families, and the South Johnston faculty and staff, the class of 2025 will never be able to express enough how thankful we are. Without your support and the endless opportunities, our high school journey would have never been possible. Please bow your head for the invocation. Dear Lord, we gather here today with grateful hearts, thanking you for the opportunities and strength you gave us over these past 4 years to reach this significant milestone. We pray your will be done in our lives and that you guide us to our purpose. As we acknowledge the journey of each remarkable graduate today, let's take a moment of silence to remember and honor a classmate who is no longer with us, along with loved ones we have lost who cannot be here for this day of celebration. Amen. Stepping into our next chapter, I encourage you never to forget to live in the present, or you'll miss out on what's right in front of you. Congratulations, class of 2025. Thank you, and always remember, once a Trojan, always a Trojan.
Good morning, everyone. Family, friends, and my fellow graduates of South Johnston High School. It is an incredible honor to welcome you all here today as we celebrate the class of 2025. Today marks the end of a chapter filled with memories, laughter, and challenges, but it's also the start of a brand new journey where each of us gets to shape our own path and future. We are proud to be Trojans. This school has given us more than just an education. It has given us a foundation for our future. We have learned what it means to work hard, to serve others, to lead with integrity, and to persevere through challenges. To our families, teachers, and school faculty, thank you. You have always been our biggest supporters and have been the ones who have always believed in us, even when we have struggled to believe in ourselves. All of your encouragement and sacrifices have helped us reach this moment. As we continue with this graduation ceremony, I want to share an encouraging verse of Scripture. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." Let that verse serve as a reminder that we are not walking into the unknown alone. So, to the class of 2025, congratulations. We've made it. Let's take what we have learned and go into the world with courage, with compassion, and with the same Trojan pride that has brought us this far. Once again, welcome. May today be filled with joy, accomplishment, and reflection as we honor the journey that brought us here and the bright futures ahead of us.
Good morning and welcome. Today we celebrate the culmination of 13 years of hard work and outstanding achievements of the class of 2025. It is a time for excitement, for a new beginning, and reflections on our past. Every individual gathered for this special event, both in person and in our hearts, has helped to mold us into the people we are today and the dreams we hold for tomorrow. Members of our community, district, and school leaders, teachers and staff, friends and family have offered kindness, guidance, grace, wisdom, support, and encouragement along our journey into adulthood, picking us up, pushing us forward, and cheering us on. First and foremost, we offer a most humble and sincere thank you to all of you. You are all honored guests. No one reaches their goals alone, and we will strive to take the love, the time, and the sacrifices you have poured into us and turn them into lives filled with purpose. At this time, we would like to recognize our special guest for today's commencement ceremony. As I call your name, please stand if you are able. Johnston County Public Schools Deputy Superintendent, Dr. David Pierce. Johnston County Public Schools Board of Education, Kay Carroll. South Johnston High School Parent Advisory Council members, Chairperson Tina Lee. Vice Chairperson Jamie Pierce. Elgin Alford. Ashley Anderson, Paul Boucher, Coney Bryant, Melissa Finch, Chad Stewart, Tina Winborn, Town of Benson Mayor Dr. Max Rayner, and Town of Four Oaks Mayor Vic Medlin. President of Four Oaks Chamber Joan Pritchett. Please join me in welcoming our guests with your applause.
Good morning, class of 2025. Congratulations. We finally made it to graduation. Today has been a long time coming. 4,641 days since we started this journey. It doesn't seem like it's been 13 years since we walked through the doors of our elementary schools for the first time. 13 years of laughter, hard work, and packed schedules. We've grown out of our shoes and our picture books. We've gotten a little taller and a whole lot wiser. In our early years, we checked out library books and spent hours together on the playground. In middle school, we experienced online learning, staying in contact even while being stuck at home. We filmed Flipgrid PE assignments and struggled to stay awake during Google Meets. When we finally made it to South Johnston, most of us were strangers. Today, we leave as a united group, the class of 2025. Together, we learned about math and English, ourselves, and each other. Together, we won powder puff games and volleyball games, class competitions, and the Spirit Shield. We've been to Sadie's, proms, and lots of Friday night lights. We've found our people through clubs, sports, and fine arts programs. We've spent late nights doing assignments and early mornings trying to make it to class by 7:15. We've shared lunch tables and homework answers, triumphs and tears. We've worn green and gold and cheered for each other through hard-fought wins and tough losses. We've experienced a full year of laughs together. Side by side, we've faced great challenges and seen great success. Today brings our final chapter together. In a few minutes, we will walk this stage and become South Johnston High School alumni together. As we soon take our first steps toward our separate paths, I want to leave you with a quote from Dolly Parton. If you don't like the road you're walking, start paving another one. There is no one road or plan to success. As a road has twists and turns, your journey through life will too. When you fall, get back up and keep walking. Failure is not the end, but rather a redirection to the future ahead of you. I challenge you today to take time to decide what you want to pursue in life. God has a purpose for each of us. Proverbs 3:6 says, "Seek His will in all you do, and He will show you which path to take." It's up to you to follow the path. When you leave South Johnston today, take with you the lessons that this place and these people have taught you. Learn and grow, make mistakes and correct them, find your purpose and stick with it. I can't wait to see all that we accomplish, but may we never forget the journey that brought us this far. Class of 2025, we will do great things.
To everyone, faculty, staff, guests, and students, good morning. It is truly a joy and honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the South Johnston High School class of 2025. The expectations and formality of the ceremony today have been established to honor all of these outstanding South Johnston seniors here before us. To ensure that all parents and guests are able to hear their graduates' names, we ask that there be no loud noise once we begin calling the names of graduates. Once the last graduate in this graduating class is introduced, we will celebrate all of these graduates together. We also ask that when the ceremony is over, that everyone remain in the bleachers until we recess. You will be able to meet your graduate on the football field once they receive their diploma packets in the main gym. Today we continue the tradition of graduating students who have embraced the core values of South Johnston High School, which are truth, honor, and integrity. These values have been strong and evident since the opening of South Johnston in 1969. Today is a major milestone for our graduating seniors. It is truly a celebration, and I feel before we start awarding diplomas, we need to get some of our excitement out. If you're on the press box side and you have someone on this field, I want you to let them hear it. All right, seniors, turn and look at the other bleachers over next to the baseball field. Parents and guests, let them hear it if you got somebody on the field. To the Trojan staff, I would like to personally thank you for all that you have done to provide meaningful opportunities for our graduates that will guide them in their future endeavors. Parents and families, none of this would have been possible today without your support. And on behalf of the Trojan staff, I would like to thank you. You have all been an integral part of your child's education at South Johnston High School. Graduates, in August of 2021, you walked through the doors of South Johnston High School, and I am sure many of you were nervous and did not know what to expect for the next 4 years. You will leave our school as young adults, ready to leave your mark on the world. The graduating class of 2025 has shown great resilience, heart, and spirit as you navigated through your high school career. You have supported each other, been a great representative of our school, and most importantly, have grown into a leader ready to change tomorrow. As you prepare for your next chapter in life, I encourage you to think about the words from John F. Kennedy. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past and present are certain to miss the future. Many of you have enrolled in a college or university. Maybe you've made plans to start a career, or you've enlisted in the military. No matter what your next chapter will be after today, remember the lessons that you have learned here, the strength of a community, the perseverance to overcome obstacles, and the importance of maintaining good character. Students, thank you for all that you have done for our school. Remember that you are loved and you will always be a part of the Trojan family. Even though life will take you all in many different directions after today, stay true to yourself and don't forget this great place that you are leaving behind. I encourage you to go forth and make a positive difference wherever life may take you. You have made a difference at our school, and always remember, once a Trojan, always a Trojan. Thank you.
Fellow seniors, we are finally here. In just a few short moments, we will officially become alumni of South Johnston High School. It's hard to believe, isn't it? We have hit submit for the last time, but instead of a grade, we will receive our diploma. For years, this day felt so far away, and yet here we are, wearing our cap and gowns, ready to take on the world. It feels like just yesterday we were walking into South for the very first time as freshmen, excited, nervous, and maybe a little overwhelmed. We got lost in the hallways of what seemed like a never-ending maze, tried to find a spot to sit in the crowded lunchroom, and searched for the stairs that would lead us to the pool on the 3rd floor. Spoiler alert, there is no pool or 3rd floor. But through those awkward beginnings, we built friendships, found our place, and created memories we will never forget. Cheering at games, dancing at prom, laughing during pep rallies, and sometimes just surviving that tough class together. We often hear the phrase, once a Trojan, always a Trojan. And while we did not always believe it, especially when we were eager to move on, we now realize how true those words really are. These past 4 years have shaped us. They have helped us grow into the people we are today, and they have prepared us for the road ahead. Trojans are known for their hard work and determination, and I think that describes our class perfectly. We have overcome challenges, pushed through difficult times, and supported one another along the way. Our hard work and determination have led us here to graduation, and that same Trojan spirit will carry us forward as we begin new chapters in our lives. And speaking of new chapters, I want to leave you with a few words of advice, words that might sound familiar. They come from the song Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, which our class sang at a pep rally to win the Spirit Shield. The lyrics are, "Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten." That's exactly where we are, on the first page of something new. Let's embrace it. Let's keep our arms wide open to every opportunity, every challenge, and every unexpected moment that comes our way. If the next chapter doesn't turn out the way we hoped, remember, we can always turn the page and start again. As we walk out of these doors one final time, don't forget the memories made and lessons learned along the way. Go into this next adventure with excitement, an open heart and mind, and the courage to follow our dreams. Congratulations, class of 2025. The rest is still unwritten. Let's go make our mark.
Classmates, what a journey it has been. From the very moment we walked through those doors at freshman orientation to the moment we just walked out onto this field in our caps and gowns, how fast the time has flown. Parents, we would not be standing on this field today if it were not for you. You have shown us everlasting love, provided us provided for us in every season, and cared for us more deeply than we can put into words. Thank you for being our first supporters and lifelong cheerleaders. To our elementary school teachers, thank you for guiding us when we were just beginning to discover the world, for teaching us how to read, how to write, and how to believe in ourselves. You helped lay the foundation that has carried us through. To our middle school teachers, thank you for standing with us during some of the most awkward, uncertain, and formative years of our lives. You were patient when we were unsure, encouraging when we were insecure, and persistent when we needed someone to push us forward. You did not just prepare us for high school, you helped shape the young adults we were becoming. To every South Johnston staff member, thank you from the bottom of our hearts for pouring your time, energy, and passion into us. Whether you are a club advisor, counselor, coach, custodian, school nutrition assistant, bus driver, social worker, school nurse, classroom teacher, or mentor, your dedication helped lead us to this day. You challenged us, inspired us, and believed in us even when we did not believe in ourselves. To the community members of Benson, Four Oaks, Meta, and our local businesses, thank you for your support, your encouragement, and for proudly standing behind us as we showed our Trojan spirit throughout our towns. To our local churches, thank you for lifting up each student, faculty member, and school day in prayer. Your love and faith have touched our hearts and reminded us of the peace and strength that come from the love of Jesus. To the South Johnston administration, thank you for being the steady hands and firm voices behind our journey. You have shown some of us tough love, guided us through hardships, and helped us grow into the responsible young men and women. Your leadership has truly made a difference in our lives. And to every friend, family member, and supporter who has cheered us on, encouraged us, and offered a shoulder to cry on, thank you. You have helped us become who we are today. To the class of 2025, thank you for the memories, the laughter, the challenges, and the growth over the past 4 years. We will carry them with us always. Always remember, once a Trojan, always a Trojan.
At this time, we will begin awarding the diplomas. As a reminder, no individual noise should occur as each graduate's name is called. We will celebrate all of the graduates once all names are called. Graduates, you ready? Marshals, please prepare the graduates to receive their diplomas.
Luis Angel Abreu. Hugo Alejandro Acosta Estala. Víctor Uriel Aguilar. Stephanie Aguilar Beltrán. Kamari Isaiah Alicea Bell. Ashlyn Brooke Allen. Haley Lane Allen. Kaylee Brooke Allen. Reva Hope Allman. Rosemary Michelle Alvarenga. Jake Thomas Anthony. Bradley Aparicio de Santiago. Diana Gabriela Aparicio Hernández. Kai O'o Coapaca Aquino. Gabriel Arcia Vargas. Brianna Yamilet Armas. Araceli Giselle Arteaga Cunio. Ariana Janelle Arteaga Cunio. Sajari Monet Atkinson. John Brian Botter. Kimsey Ann Bagley. Braylon Dante Bailey. Holly Danielle Baker. Allison Nicole Barber. Jackson David Barber. Donovan Lee Barefoot. Parker Ryan Barnes. Michael Alexander Barrow. Charlie LaRue Beasley. Emily Ann Beasley. Christopher Belleza Ortega. Zoe Brooke Benson. Ryan Austin Blackman. Aiden Colin Blair. Brianna Faye Blue. Jaden Alejandro Bobadilla. Noah Christopher Boykin. Alexandria Jaden Bradley. Cole Davis Truth Branham. Rachel Elizabeth Brewer. Ethan Dean Brownlee. Emma Lee Birch. Langdon Claire Burgess. Amadriana Neheven Butler. Perry Edwin Bynum. Anna Grace Bird. Shariah Michelle Bird Walsh. Ana Maria Campos. Brianna Danette Campos. Addison Shay Kennedy. John Augustus Kennedy. Lucas Anthony Carbray. Lainey Grace Cardenas. Salvador Cardenas. Iceland Carranza. Naomi Michelle Carrillo Rios. Chasen Ridge Carter. Edwin Joan Castillo Reyes. Justin Alton Champagne. Lexi Elizabeth Chandler. Christopher Chavez Romero. Amira Kyasia Nicole Chestnut. Olivia Claire Clancy. Abigail Elizabeth Clark. Emma Victoria Clark. Tiffany Kyla Clark. Aaron Gray Klein. Coleman James Coates. Tyson Levell Cole. Braden William Collins. Logan Michelle Collins. Zion Anandi Komisyong. Janelle Alejandra Contreras. Lee Anthony DeVico Cook. Noreli Lisbeth Córdoba Osorio. Lena Megan Core. Carson Daniel Coral. Nyasia Alexandria Cottingham. Kaylee Grace Cox. Tyler Matthew Crabtree. Bryson Osley Creech. Desamiah Catherine Crothhamel. Crystal Cruz Munoz. Emma Elizabeth Davis. Portia Arnisha Dean. Haley Nicole Denning. Nolan Alexander Doak. Christian Isael Dominguez. Timothy Terrell Douglas. Casey Logan Doyle. Alexis Michelle Duchesne. Elena Nicole Edmonds. Luis Fernando Eloisa Salas. Amanda Isabel Fajardo Licea. Kevin Favila Beltran. Ángel Manuel Fernández. Hadith Jayshawn Fisher Jr. Alexis Nicole Fisk. Melanie Renee Flores. Christian Isidro Flores Flores. Carla Florido. Jelani Amir Foreman. Holden Chase Fowler. Cristian Franco Villeda. Matthew Parker Freeman. Casey Brooke Fry. Ricardo Fuerte Espindola. Amanda Garcia. Jocelyn Garcia. Yasmin Alejandra Garcia. David García Amezquita Jr. Triana García Balanzar. Luis Ángel García López. McKaylee Leanne Gibson. Michelle Amaris Gil Badillo. Hunter James Gilbert. Sakaya Janae Socorro Giles. Adam Timothy Godwin. Jackson Chad Godwin. Evelyn Danelli Gómez Pérez. Jorleni González. Julio Gonzalez. Leo González Hernández. Azucena González Sosa. Israel Guerrero Estrada. Sydney Wayne Guin. Chase Campbell Hall. Xavier Linville Ralph Hardy. Haley Turner Hare. Andrew John Harrell. Delaney Rose Harrell. Cali Isabela Hernández. Michaela Gracie Hernández. Brian Hernández González. Richard Hernández Gutiérrez. Grant Thomas Herring. Summer Ray Herring. Samaya Malika Noreen Hester. Chloe Lynn Jade Higgins. Ashton Christopher Holland. Kagan Brooke Holland. Whitney Renee Holloman. Ansley Nicole Howard. Débora Andrea Huerta Valdez. Catherine Virginia Hutchison. Caterina Isabela Grace Yavarone. Justice Irvin Leach. Aaliyah Liana Jackson. Lucas Cole Jackson. Azul Jaramillo Ambrosio. Lillian Hope Jensen. Bryson Keith Jernigan. Dustin Jimenez Castillo. Brandon Ross Johnson II. Chase Anthony Johnson. Emerson Leah Johnson. Isaac Dean Johnson. Kaylee Ann Johnson. Michael Anton Johnson, Jr. Wyatt Cole Keene. Kira Hope Kelly. Nikita Marie Kelly. Alexis Caroline Lassiter. Cameron Christopher Lawhorn. Donnell Lawson, Jr. Christopher Ryan Layton. Colby Hayes Lee. Dylan Edward Lee. Erica Dawn Lee. Jackson Sumter Lee. Jacob Logan Lee. Jana Brooke Lee. Landon Shane Lee. Nicholas Allen Lee. Kelson Mario Lenzina. Jaden Patrick Locklear. Kaheem Keaton Tariq Lakou. Sandy Luis Hernandez. Tara Michelle Lynch. Deanna Marie Marciano. Naomi Paige Martin. Antonio Travell Mason. Brandon Lee Massengill. James Bryson Massengill. Draven Edward Mathis. Caden Scott Matthews. Christopher Ryan Maxwell. Cadence Lane McCulley. Madison Nicole McDaniel. Drew Linwood McClam. Maddox Ray McClam. Sebastián Medina Santiago. Trent Moses Messer. Luis Daniel Molina. Jocelyn Molina Martinez. Emanuel Montilla. Patricio Moreno García. Clinton Paul Morgan. Danielle Elizabeth Morgan. Mackenzie Ann Murphy. Basil Aiden Mushala. Olivia Scarlett Myers. Alyssa Avery Newton. Min Win. Mason Bryant Nichols. Lydia Grace Nord. Sierra Faith Norris. James Cole Norris. Kaylee Reese Norris. Nicholas Jackson Norris. Maitland Trent Nussbaum. Kira Lynn O'Hara. Jabin Cadale O'Neill, Jr. Jabiana Alicia Michelle O'Neill. Nathan Scott Outland. Natalie Pacheco. Alexander Luther Parker. Caleb Douglas Parker. Hank Elvis Parker. Seth Allen Parker. Emma Caroline Pierce. Abigail Cole-Ann Pelton. Emily Paula Peñalosa Lujano. Reese Huntley Penny. Christian Elijah Perez. Ricardo Perez. Joseph Omar Perez Casarín. Gabriela Pérez Hernández. Alexa Danielle Peterson. Joseph William Alexander Pittman. Sam Enrique Pollard. Afton Maddox Scott Potter. Jabari Noel Price. Jackson Blake Price. Lana Annette Price. Marshall Brandon Quarles III. Destiny Carlet Quesada Suarez. Zanaya Olivia Quick. Ashley Victoria Rafi. Miranda Michelle Ramirez. Alejandro Ramírez Rendón. Essence Rihanna Monet Ray. Riley Ruth Rayner. Aiden Bradsher Reese. Elena Marie Reese. Will Thomas Reeves. Brianna Mary Grace Reed. Hunter George Renwart. Eric Adrian Reyes. Caleb Wayne Rhodes. Chelsea Faith Richardson. Noé Isabel Rivera. Robert George Rivera III. Marquis Stanley Robinson. Eli Emmanuel Rodriguez. Evelyn Rodriguez. Matthew Alexander Rodriguez. Rosa Rodriguez. Ruben Joseph Rodriguez. John Mark Rodriguez de Jesus. Christopher Rodriguez Torres. Mary Lou Rubio. Mia Ruiz Villegas. Janaya Yvonne Sanders. Brando Roman Santiago. Andrea Sohor Sara. Maddox Patrick Sills. Brandon Phillip Smith. Jarrett Smith. Alyssa K. Stanley. Katie Lynn Stanley. Lydia Marie Stanley. McKinley Grace Stanley. Emily Grace Stevenson. Hallie Moore Stevenson. Ethan Foster Stewart. Tyshawn Jaden Stewart. Mahaven Lee Stokes. Sarah Elizabeth Stokes. Ava Michelle Strickland. William Drake Stewart. Evan Alexander Stutz. Dallas Max Summerlin. Darren Lucas Tart. Demaya Kimari Terry. Jalen Nair Thomas. Calvin Dwayne Thompson. Stephanie Nicole Thompson. Emma Gray Thornton. Christian Alexander Toole. Daniela Maria Torres. Haley Noemi Tovar Ramirez. Ulises Trejo Monroy. Serendipity Noel Turnage. Luis Gerardo Uspango Talpesco. Miguel Ángel Velasco Vences. Andrea Renee Velderen. Alfonso Antonio Ventura. Eric Christopher Villanueva Jr. Peyton Riley Wagner. Gracie Carol Wallace. Lily Ann Walls. Jamarion Ming Ward. Anna Claire Wells. Luke Tyler Wester. Josie Elizabeth Wheeler. Ian Dion White Clark, Jr. Lillian Whitman. Farron McKenna Elise Wiggins. Caleb Daniel Williams. Vernon Wayne Williams III. Avriana Lynn Wilson. Chesney Lynn Wilson. Jakida Tanae Lee Wilson. Luke Parker Wilson. Victoria Brooke Winborn. Logan Matthew Wise. Alyssa Nicole Whitcamp. Hunter Vance Wood. Rylan Olivia Wood. Chesney Lynn Woodall. Tavares Lamont Woodard. James Delano Young.
All right, now's your time. Let's congratulate all these graduates. All right, graduates, please stand. By the power vested in me by the state of North Carolina, the Johnston County Public Schools Board of Education, and Dr. Eric Bracey, I now declare you graduates of South Johnston High School.
You may now turn your tassel! We did it! Let's go!
Parents and guests, thank you for being with us today. We ask that you please remain in the bleachers as the graduates recess to the old gym. Once they receive their diploma packet, they will be back down to the field for pictures. Thank you.